that creates space for new ideas, fresh perspectives, and innovative solutions to societal challenges.
The question we asked from either you or even me are we actively engaged in the political process, hold leaders accountable, and advocate for reforms that promote democratic governance? It is only through collective action that we can ensure our leaders remain answerable to the people they are meant to serve. A scholar once said, the battle against leaders who cling to power is a fight for democracy, progress, and humanity's shared future. That's why on our program today, we are taking a critical look at the leaders who hold on to power, who hold on tight to power. Is this good for democracy? Will this bring development to the nation? These and many more questions will be our focus today on Morning Flight. And to join the discourse this morning is a renowned public analyst, engineer Tajuddin Odori, is going to explain to us extensively on this sit tight syndrome, holding on to power for too long. Is going to tell us that. And don't forget, you also can lend your voices when we get to that bridge. We'll surely open the studio lines. So thank you for joining us as we call us a resource person any moment from now, as we are joined by a resource person any moment from now. Engineer Tajuddin Odori is going to talk to us on the topic that we have brought to the front burner this morning. Critical at solutions to leaders who hold on tight to their development to the nation. That's our focus this morning. Throughout several leaders have maintained power for extended periods, often through controversial and authoritarian means. Here are notable examples. Let's take a look at Libya, Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi ruled Libya from 1969 until his overthrow in 2011. His regime was characterized by eccentric policies, a personality cult, and suppression of dissent.
And now going to Zimbabwe, where we had Robert Mugabe. Mugabe led Zimbabwe from 1980 until 2017, initially celebrated for his role in the liberation struggle. These later years were marked by economic decline, human rights abuses, and electoral fraud.
All right, let's move on to Sudan. Omar al-Bashir. Al-Bashir seized power in 1999 and ruled until his ousting in 2019. His government was notorious for human rights violations, including the Darfur genocide.
And let's look at old Biya of Cameroon. Biya has been in power since 1982, making him one of the longest serving leaders in the world. His administration has faced allegations of human rights abuses and electoral manipulation.
Okay, Uganda's Yoweri Museveni. Museveni has governed Uganda since 1986. His government criticized for suppressing opposition, extending presidential term limits, and restricting freedoms.
Theodore Obiang Nguema of Equatorial Guinea. Obiang has led since 1979, making him the worst long-serving president. Tendencies.
Okay, already we have our renowned guest on this program, engineer Tajuddin Olori, a renowned public analyst. Good morning, engineer.
Yeah, good morning.
Good to have you. Good to have you on our program today. Okay, so we want to take a look. Hello. Okay. Okay, you are on, engineer Tajuddin Olori. Good morning. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good
Okay.
morning to you and good morning to the listeners.
Okay, so the sit tight syndrome. How can democratic institutions be strengthened to prevent, the consolidation of power by any single leader?
Well, if we see that some leaders are holding on to power, I think we have to blame the populists. It is the inaction on the part of the populists, because if you are not in a military, even when you are in military dictatorship. There are ways that you can get them out. But, the Yorubas, they have said that claim your right. Once you are afraid, you will never get your right. Because constitutionally, there are ways we can do it. And some people are always afraid. Constitutionally, you can recall those people that you have sent to the Senate, to the House of Assembly, to Parliament in general. Constitutionally, you can remove governors, you can remove presidents. But when people are afraid, I don't want some people to be the one that will lead it. I don't want to do this, I don't want to. Then those guys, sometimes they use what we call poverty, because when you talk about this sit-tight syndrome, it's very much common in Africa. And poverty, because of poverty, the kind of protest that we had last time, that it being power, is it all about money? Is it about only food? What do you want to do? So no one will say take it back. What did you what was taken back? So if we want to make sure that the people that we have elected into offices, if you want to make them respect us, to know that they cannot just sit there and decide anything, and that there is nothing that people can do, then people, the citizens, the followers, they will now come up. They have to wake up from their slumber. They have to exercise their rights. They have to put their foot on the ground to say, okay, enough is enough. This time around, you are going, and you are going. But I am a Yoruba man, I am a Hausa man, I am this tribe, that tribe. These are some of the things that those people are using to perpetuate themselves in power. Because you cannot only be there if you don't have some people that are supporting you. So, who are the people supporting them? The masses. They are the ones that will be going around to use politics, to use religion, to use ethnicity to support them. They can perpetuate themselves in power. So if we are saying that we want to stop this, then people are ready. We knew what happened in, I think it's so there are some times that you have to fight wars to claim your right. So I'm not a warmonger. I'm not saying that we should go and fight war and exercise your rights. In Nigeria, the constitution allows it. If you go to other countries, the constitution allows it. How you can bring these people back? It's, we are too afraid. We are too timid. Fella, in his days, I don't want to die. I don't want my mind for house. My mind for house. So all those things are the ones that are making those people to sit tight.
Discussions leaders who hold on tight to power. And we have as guest this morning, engineer Tajuddin Olori. He has been talking about this extensively. And one of the things you mentioned, engineer Olori, is that most of these leaders, especially from Africa, do get the support from the masses, let's say the vulnerable in society. Now, in your opinion, or let's say in your view, what role should civil society play in advocating for term limits and accountability in leadership, especially here in Africa?
Yeah, civil societies. Civil societies are supposed to be societies that we have in Nigeria. Some of them are also partisan. Some people see membership of civil society as an avenue to make some money. I radio station. I was on the radio with one of the so-called leaders in Ogun State or Abeokuta. And looking at that person, you know that you can easily buy that person liberty associations or the pressure groups. They are supposed to be constituted by people of very good character, people that are upright, people that are not wretched, they are not the ones that are looking for what can I get from there. Because, I grew up some associations, I was a member of Pengasan. There was a time, the problem that we have in Nigeria today about refineries and cocoa. Some of us have started fighting this thing. But there are some people, I don't want to castigate them now openly. I don't want to mention them. That's what I mean. Their own is anything that you bring, what is in it for us? What is in it for us? And you cannot move forward there. So the civil societies have to be upright. The leadership has to be upright. We knew when Ganifa was alive. Nobody can doubt that the sincerity in fighting for the money. You know what he suffered. There's no way you can say that you are fighting for the masses and you will not suffer some things. You will suffer some injuries. So let's not deceive ourselves. In the kind of Africa that we have today, you are in a civil society, you will suffer some injuries. But you have decided this is what you want to do. Don't let anybody come and deceive us in the name of we are human rights fighters, we are fighting for people and all those things. So what we can do is we will shun this silliness, we will shun tribalism, we will shun all form of sentiments that we have always attached to whatever is it that we are fighting for. That is where you can stand firm. If people don't stand firm, what some politicians, what they employ these days is harassment, intimidation, sometimes killing. They will, they will eliminate you. People who are afraid cannot lead civil societies. So the civil societies have to be upright, they have to be determined, they have to be focused. After all, when you look at the development that led, they suffered one way or the other. They suffered either from the people that they are fighting or from within themselves, from within their group. Because you will have betrayers. But when you are focused, you will win the battle. So for us to make sure that we continue this fight, what we will do is to make sure that we put the right people, the leadership. The things that you have to lead. How many of them are not in politics? How many of them don't have one ambition or the other? So they will begin to mention himself to me like you are against some people. But let's leave it at that.
Okay. So now let's take a look at media. The media, does he have any liberty to hold these leaders accountable to their constituents? How free is the media? And are they really that important to hold them accountable?
Well, the leader, is it the fourth realm of the government or so? How do you describe them? Because
yes, the fourth estate of the realm, media
plays a very, very important role in democracy, in maintaining law and order. You might say that they cannot arrest, they cannot judge, they cannot imprison, but they have the liberty to bring up facts to expose shady deals, to expose corruption. So the media plays very important role because they are living with the masses. But many also, again, are afraid. I know some people during the reign of one governor in Ogun State. Not with them, you are in trouble, you run away. You run out of the government. We have some people that have that run into exile. They are still there until today because those people that are in power, they don't want any kind of opposition. They don't want anybody to exclude them. They don't want anybody they only want people to be praising them. So media is very, very important. But the problem we have in Nigeria is how much are they paying the people that are in the media? It's peanuts. And this is Nigeria. We are all living in the same society. The media, they have children that they have to send to the school. They have families that they have to take care of. And so that's why some of them, if I do this one now and they kill me, who will take care of my children? So the problem we have in Nigeria or in Africa is fear. So media is very, very important because you can't do anything without them. In those days, when our democracy has not gotten to this level, what did they use to suppress us? Was it only the media? They had a radio. How many people, they knew that many people did not have access to radio. They set up their radio station. And in those days, I don't know how many people knew about television. You bring one box to your house, you go and pay. It is the news that they want you to hear or listen to. That is the one that they will tell you. You don't have that option of listening to different opinions from different stations. And so we turn one person to God, we turn our politicians to God. So we have freedom of expression. Those people that are free are the institutions. Those ones that government are controlling, you dare not bring up anything about your position. Even when you are trying to say, government, please do this or do that, so some people are suffering. Then they are in trouble because they will be called by either the commissioner or by PS or by whoever is in charge to say, what is that nonsense that you people are broadcasting? Or what is that nonsense that you people are writing? So it is everywhere. They are suppressing us. The government, any government that wants to shoot it, and that is when people are determined and say, if you this case is, you kill me. When they know that very many people are determined to that level, let me bring us back to the days of the late, that's towards the end of President Shagari. That time it got to a state that everybody started looking for things to defend themselves. Because everybody can come to your house at any time. Some thugs will come to your house, they will attack you, they kill some people. And so it got to a stage at that time that people were looking for jams, they were looking for arms, they were looking for all sorts of things to defend themselves. So if they know that the masses can gang up, they can rise up, and who are the people that they are going to use against you? Is it not the police and the army? You can send their license to kill. But when you have 4 people on the police or the soldier, how many things can you do? If you do it. So it has to do with the people in all spheres of our life, whether it is in the media, whether it is in maybe engineering, whatever it is. We are all citizens of this country. If you know that the people, when they say no, it is no, they will respect us. And when you say go, they will go. What is the need of perpetuating yourself in office? If you really want to help the masses, you need to perpetuate yourself. If people say they don't want you, then go. But let the people that are saying they don't want to be genuine. Let it not be somebody is drumming, they say you will be when some people are making noise, you think they are sincere, it is one politician or one person that is influencing them. So media is very important. The media has to be firm. They have to be courageous. Thank God these days we have very many of them that are privately owned. But those people that will have to do the work, the journalists, the practitioners in the media needs to be well paid, so that they will not join the bandwagon of Indian power. So let me stop there.
Thank you. Thank you. Our guest is still a renowned public analyst, engineer, Tajuddin Olori, and we have been taking a look at solutions to. Thank you. Thank you. Our guest is still a renowned public analyst, engineer, Tajuddin Olori, and we have been taking a look at solutions to leaders who hold on tight to power. Is this good for democracy? And will this bring development to the nation? That has been our focus this morning. We are opening the lines now to allow you lend your voice on what we have brought to the front. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Titilope.
Good morning, ma.
I'm saying good morning to your analyst. Oluwatoyola is my name from Okeata.
Thank you for joining us.
Talking of for one particular Google president of us who died during power. In fact, people are complaining that Libya president was killed, but it was too long. In fact, talking of media, some medias are working for opposition, and of course, no matter what their decision do, they will condemn it. Though criticism is allowed, but when it's not constructive, it's not okay. So that's my take for today.
Thank you.
Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Mrs. Oluranti Ojelade.
0803 815 032 0226.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir. Am I clear?
Yes, we are clear. Good morning, sir.
This is Nicholas.
Okay, Mr. Nicholas, good morning.
I want to thank your guest for his unusual briefing. And also thank the topic. It shows that we are in a democracy. Because if we are in a military government, this topic cannot be the topic of discussion. Let us be clear, everywhere in human history, they have made an attempt to control the state, especially in post-colonial Africa, strengthened by military government. Nobody in Nigeria even used more than 7 years. No one used that have done 7 years. Unlike Mobutu, Bokata, and so that better society possibly. But the to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, enshrined in the Emancipation Declaration of 1778, any democracy must be tolerant to that case in the Supreme Court. One or two justices believe they want that case. So even at the Supreme Court, a justice can disagree with the fellow judge. The difference between democracy and military is not that some military are not done good things. So Shakara and Zegoli, they reform from Kabako and Ghana. What is barrier, which is the representation of the people's votes and voices, strengthened by a truly independent media. The whole world saw Donald Trump and Joe Biden. So you could ascertain from where you were, who knew what he was saying. And when people are educated, they become unfit to be enslaved. But when they are hungry, they are poor, they are dying. They can take money like everyone in Kondo said, at the go, and the go. The video is there for anyone to see. We are not like 1981 when we wait for the lady to come out of London and give us news. So whether they don't like it or not, the people are informed.
Okay.
They are people who are informed and they know that nobody will live forever.
Okay.
So that they hear the population and take the good things they say.
All right.
That's what they are going to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nicholas.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. Thank you. 0803-437-9453. Let's not forget the fact that we're not limiting this to Nigeria alone. It cut across. We're
Whole of
taking a
Africa.
look at the African countries generally. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Ayola Odusoya from Jebu.
Thank you for calling this morning from Ijebu.
I discussed the seat-tight syndrome. I wouldn't know if the Titan Obafemi Awolowo is Giotto, but he made it popular that it is not the longevity of life that matters, but the quality what to it. Having said that, I extrapolate that in Nigerian history, Muhammad Muhammad reigned for a brief period. I don't see any head of state has surpassed his records. So in Nigeria, I wonder why we want to sit tight. In similar time, when the step down recently, look at Joe Biden. It didn't go for second time. I think on health winning. I hang up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Mr.
you,
Odusoya.
Sister Yola Odusoya.
Okay, engineer, I'll load your reaction to these submissions from the callers.
Yes, Mrs. Ojerade talk about constructive opposition. You know, when that word constructive is subjective. What you see as constructive, some other people see it as subjective. And what we take me to what Mr. Nicholas said, the tolerance of opposition is very, very essential in democracy. It's very, very essential. Even if you don't like what the opposition is saying, because the opposition will always try to dissect whatever is the program that you have or whatever you are implementing. And that is allowed. Even in your own, you know that the people in government and the opposition, they are partners in progress. Because if the opposition comes up with something against what program you are doing, then that is giving you an opportunity to do an appraisal of your program. And then you can now find a way to improve it because opposition are giving you that leverage to reappraise and then improve. So I think people in government should take that. But what some people don't know that is that people that try to perpetuate themselves in office, what they don't know is that we will all become history one day. All those people that have been in government yesterday, where are they today? What will people say about you when you leave office? So if we are talking about perpetuation, it is not all of them because that word you can, you know, they say you can call a dog bad name. All of them because that word you can, you know, they say you can call a dog bad name to hang that dog. Okay, there are some that you say they stay long in office to get on track and make sure that they liberate the country. But people will be talking about perpetuation because they are not having their ways. Even the so-called powers, America, Britain, even all those people, you know, this, the Netherlands, Belgium, and co, those powerful countries. Anyone that is doing their own, they don't care about how long that person stays in office. But if they don't like that person, that is why they will be talking about perpetuation in office. So it is for the masses to realize their new intentions. Wherever, okay, you have the country, I can't remember the country now. If you see the president, even to move, they will be assisting the president. Are you telling me that there is there's no constitution that says that when you become invalid, you can no longer stay in office. I think the constitutions in every country will talk about that. But the president is still going around. Whenever he's going, it takes him like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to move from one place to the other, and he's moving slowly. To know which is a problem. And so people are still to power. Why don't you go back home and take care of yourself? Take a good rest. Why should people be talking about dying in power? So, when we say somebody is perpetuating, let's be sure that he's really perpetuating himself. Okay. Not that because some opposition are not having their ways. That is when they will now say, okay, let's use that. We are very good at using good English, very good vocabulary. Let people remember, we will all become history one day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Olori. Now, let's look at the legal reforms. Now, what legal reforms would you recommend, from your opinion, to ensure accountants their terms illegitimately, like when they tend to sit there in power without leaving their post?
The thing is, our constitution. Are we saying that the constitution is not effective? I don't think so. It is because people are exploiting loopholes. And this thing is not only peculiar to Nigeria. If you say legal reform, you will have a reform today. Tomorrow, some other people will come and comment the local government reform that President Tinubu is trying to bring about responsibilities. Now, President Tinubu has taken the bull by the horn by saying, okay, let the local government become autonomous and they can perform their duties. But what do you see happening from the governors? How many of the governors are happy about it? Because they are the ones that are organizing that election. The party in power wins everything. And even when he has problem with his party, you can just go and bring one power. You guys go to that party and you are very sure that the parties will win the election, even if those parties don't come out to contest. So, you are talking about legal reforms. It is not that our legal status is not very strong. It is. We have seen situations where you have 2 or 3 different judgments on a particular case. Is it the case of the Constitution? Because the legal profession allow you to dissect it and apply the laws. It's more or less like you are playing logics. So, if you ask me about the legal reform, I will say that for the local government, because if you have the state and you have somebody at the center that is power greedy, that is inactive, that is not doing what we want. If the local government are doing something, the masses will still be benefiting. So let's do that local government reforms to make sure that elections are not in the hands of the governors. Because when you look at the presidency, now I'm talking about Nigeria, when you look at presidency, the election is not in the hand of the president. Otherwise, you will not have president being defeated, incumbent president. If we say we have not seen it before, we have seen it in the recent time. President Jonathan was defeated in office. So, the same thing should apply to the local government. Take the election, the organization of the election. Take it to INEC. So, then you will see true representation. And when we have true representation, then we will have a sane society, we will have sanity, we will have development. People will be able to identify with the government. And so the government, whoever is there, will be able to feel the pulse of the masses. If I don't do well, these people will rise against me. These people will not elect me the next time. These people can think about now is about local government. But then, what is our law? Our law is not that firm on it. Some people are still escaping. Yes, we know that everywhere in the world, they will say, you take this person as innocent. It's still an accused until the person is proven guilty. But then there are ways that you can deal with those people that are caught in action and you are still treating them with levity. Look at our prisons. We had why did all this came up? Somebody is in prison, is sleeping at home. Somebody is having VIP treatment. Is it our law that allows that? Is it not about the people? So it is the people.
Okay.
We have the constitution, we have the law. The law has sentenced somebody to jail.
Okay, now.
And then the people that are implementing it are the ones that are circumventing the rules or the laws.
All right, so let's pick this last call. Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, sir.
I couldn't make engineer everything that is already. So, let me say that the history and the structure of the people that makes a monarchy one ethnic group dominating others. Then, of course, when leaders can perpetuate themselves in office. But in Nigeria, I can bet that it cannot happen because we are multi nation. In fact, there are many nations in this country that we call Nigeria. So I don't think we have that fear here. We have seen people who attempted to perpetuate themselves in office and it has failed. That is one thing. And I'm talking about reforms, constitutional reforms. As long as we have this 1999 constitution in force, we can make Nigeria in a proper perspective. Ayoku said it one time, Secretary General of the Commonwealth. As long as we have this 1999 constitution, we can never have any meaningful time to reform in this country. Because the question is, what are the separating units? Is it the local government or is it the state? Who controls the state? Who has the constitutional right to develop the state? Who should be responsible for creating? I want to try to summarize my views. I am Sudan calling from the server.
Thank you. Now, Engineer Lori, your submission in 60 seconds.
Yeah, my submission, I've said something like that before. Everybody in government has to know that they will become history tomorrow. So there is no point in perpetuating the office. Yes, we tolerate opposition because it is a gift that you have voice against what you are doing for you to reappraise yourself. So it is a gift. Then, lastly, when we talk about reform, the reforms, because constitutions have been manipulated here and there, it has to do with the people that are implementing it. They implement it the way they like. So people should know that they give the power and they can take back the power. It is just for us to be resolute so that those people will know that we have the power. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, renowned public analyst, Engineer Tajuddin Lori. Thank you for giving us part of your time this morning to shed light on our topic this morning.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Well, our guest has been Lori, and we have taken a look at the sit-tight syndrome on the and the way forward. And also to all our callers who called this morning, we want to appreciate you for Richie Francis Emmanuel Show has been in charge of ICT at Titilope. Adebanjo has been the studio manager, while Shola Onide produced. My Awobajo, stay tuned for editorial review.
And I'm Emmanuel Adebanjo. Do have a nice Tuesday.